করুন, শর্তগুলোর সঙ্গে কোথাও ক্যাশের সম্পর্ক নেই, শুধু ক্রিয়েটিভিটি। উনি হাফ বাজেটে টোটালি নিউ ফিল্ম দেবেন। মসফিল্ম তা বলেনি, বলেছিল ম্যানেজ করে দাও বাকি ছবিটা তুলে। নিউ ফিল্ম, এবং সেইটা হলো ইভান্স চাইল্ডহুড, যা পৃথিবীর সম্পদ হয়ে আছে। সত্যজিৎ রায় 4টে তলায় ভূতের নাচ হবে, তুলতে পারছেন না, 4টে তলা সেট করা যাচ্ছে না বিভিন্ন কারণে, 2টো তলা। কি করা হলো, লেন্সের প্রথম অর্ধেকটা মাস্ক করা হলো, তারপরে জুম ব্যাক করা হলো, আবার লেন্সের তলার অর্ধেকটা মাস্ক করা হলো, আবার জুম ব্যাক করা হলো। ওই জুম ব্যাক করার সময় একটা বাজনার তালের ঝোঁকে এমন অ্যাকিউরেট রেটে জুম ব্যাক করা হলো যে ওই দুটো ম্যাচ করে গেল। মানে বাজেট কনস্ট্রেন্ট থাকলে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি দিয়ে ম্যানেজ করা যায়, কিন্তু ক্রিয়েটিভ কনস্ট্রেন্ট থাকলে তুমি কোটি কোটি টাকা দাও, তোমার দ্বারা কিচ্ছু হবে।
Where democracy is supposed to intrinsically incorporate debates and discussions, but there is a kind of feeling going around that debates and discussions is probably not the most vibrant identity of the democracy that we live in, perhaps nationally and globally. And one of the few things that glues this curious entity of India together is probably cinema, is probably television over the phase of time. And the other entity has been a cricket. And we've just been a witness to the most constipated run chase ever in the last 100 years, probably, of world cricket. So having survived last evening, we move on to the debate straight away. I will not, we are a little bit behind time. I will not waste time with pedantic introductions because none of them need any whatsoever. The first thing that we need to do in a debate is gauge the pulse of the audience. What were you all thinking before you walked into the debate to start with? And let's remind ourselves that we are debating about the fact that film and television lack creativity, not cash. So at the very beginning, nobody is watching you, right? You will not be pulled, there are no SIT teams watching over anybody. So feel absolutely fearless. So those of you who agree with the proposition, at the beginning, no one has spoken, not a word has gone down. We just need to know, because the debate is not decided by an inert show of hands in the end. The swaying of opinion is equally important. So we need to know how our speakers are going to change and transform public opinion over the matter of next 70-80 minutes. So at the beginning of it all, let us know what you feel about it to start with. Those of you who agree with the proposition, please, quick, put your hands up. Right? Fair enough? Okay. And those of you who feel to the contrary, that you do not agree with the motion, put your hands up quickly. We are around 25 on either side. Who are undecided? Noter. Who are undecided? Not sure. Well, fair enough. So we have a fairly committed house to start with. Now, so both the proposition and the opposition are kind of starting on a very even keel over here. You are not really, contrary to 9 o'clock television, lo and behold, we are not facing a polarized house. Where are we? You know, we seem to sort of defy the primary audiovisual requirements of modern India. Having said that, I speak no more, but ask the leader of the proposition that this House believes that film and television lack creativity and not cash. And starting is the redoubtable professor from SRFTI on his home turf, my school friend, my contemporary, Ashok Vishwanathan. The time would be 6+1, and another very important thing for us it is the ideas and the content which is more important. So feel free to relax with the language. So apart from Mandarin, that many of us are not familiar with, Debating Circle is already into 4 languages. By next year, I'm sure we would have held a debate in Mandarin as well in the city, right? আমাদের মধ্যে কেউ যদি বাংলায় হোক, you want to say a paragraph in Bangla, a speech in Bangla, or in Hindi, that is as far as my linguistic skills would go. And after that, I switch on my Google Translator. So you feel free to relax with the language. There is no inertness, there is no sort of rigidity about it being an English-only event by any means. Right? Ashok, 6 + 1. There were few people whispering to the timekeeper earlier on, so I don't know any private deals have been struck. I'm not mentioning any names so far. But with that, I think Ashok will give us his ideas. Ashok, the leader of the proposition.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, sir. Namaskar. Let's see how relaxed I can get. But I'd like to begin by saying that when we say film and television lack creativity, we from this side of the floor are talking about the perception of creativity, how we perceive it. In other words, that means that we're not saying that there's no creativity at all anywhere. We're saying that we're not seeing that creativity in film and television at least. Or that those who are creative are like that iceberg, 90% unseen, 10% seen, and 100% all that seen. So that is the problem with creativity. That's the first point. The second point is, why are we saying this, that film and television lacks creativity? We'll come to the cash aspect later. We're saying this because we are now being besieged by what Frederick Jameson and Perry Anderson call a Niagara of visual gabble, already hinted at by Mr. Chairman, sir. We have visuals on the net, we have visuals on our mobiles, we have visuals on the screen. You're seeing me here, you're seeing me there, you're seeing yourself seeing me. Who are you seeing actually? The word seeing nowadays doesn't just mean going hand in hand, it means a lot of things. We are besieged by a Niagara of visual gabble and are therefore unable to actually determine what is truly creative. You can jump up and down and take a photograph and put it on the YouTube. That is going to be seen by people. So creativity is getting lost in a mass of what we call democracy. Why democracy? Because now everyone has the right to shoot, and he has the wherewithal to shoot. That's where the cash aspect comes in. With digital media, there's a convergence of film, television, electronic and digital media, and everyone can use that 5D Mark III or the 5D Mark IV or the Sony Alpha to shoot and make a film. You can do it on your mobile. Now, holding a camera in your hand is like holding a gun. You can use it responsibly. You can go on the Indo-Pak border, not in the cricket match, and shoot someone and get the Paramveer Chakra in the bargain, provided you also die in the process. But you could also use that gun to cause some harm. Unfortunately, this Niagara of visual gabble and this democracy is causing grave harm because we are being seeped, we are being engulfed, we are being inundated by a lack of creativity, by a whole lot of gobbledygook, gibberish, and what have you. That is the reason why there's a lack of creativity. We move on to another very important argument, and that is inbreeding. Unfortunately, if we look at the Indian scenario, and particularly Bengal, it is the same people who are doing the same things everywhere. The producer is the director, he makes the film, and nowadays a new trend started by the Telegraph that the director also reviews his own film. So you make your film and you review it yourself, so you think everything's hunky-dory. That is where creativity is going down the drain. Ladies and gentlemen, it's like that logic of why a fire engine was red. Do you know why? Because a fire engine has 12 men on it, and 12 is the length of a ruler. Queen Elizabeth was a ruler. Queen Elizabeth was also named a ship. Ships sail in seas. Seas have fishes. Fishes have fins. The fins are close to the Russians. The Russians were red, therefore a fire engine is red. That is the kind of logic that we are finding in today's film scenario? We have a monopoly. The people with real creativity are not being allowed to surface. They are met with silence. And we who had tried to make films like Return to Zero, of which my worthy opponent Rithiman Chatterjee played the protagonist, where we tried to fracture the narrative and yet reach somewhere, reflecting the times, conveying a zeitgeist which was so important, talking about the 60s and the 70s and reviewing that in the 90s. We are now left with the same neorealist narrative, which is now discarded by most parts of the world. You know, if we do an Apichatpong Veera Setakul, we'll be shown the door. I know that. So we find a complete apathy from those who actually finance. They have the finance, but they will not finance someone who is trying to do something out of the box, who's trying to be creative. And why will they? Because they believe in homogeneity. People are looking the same, dressing the same, you know, talking in the same way. Thank God that Kunal said that we could lapse into Bangla. এমন ভাবেই মানুষ আজকে বিচরণ করছে যে একটা মানুষের সঙ্গে অন্য মানুষের কোনো পার্থক্যই নেই, এবং সেই সাদৃশ্যই আমরা পাই ছবির মধ্যে। সমস্ত ছবি এক হয়ে যাচ্ছে, সব সাদার মধ্যে সাদা। এইটা হচ্ছে সবচাইতে গুরুত্বপূর্ণ কথা। আমার একটা গল্পের কথা মনে পড়লো যে একজনকে মহাত্মা গান্ধীর চরিত্রে অভিনয় করতে দেওয়া হয়েছিল এবং তাকে বলা হয়েছিল ভীষণভাবে তুমি অভ্যাস করো, একটা অধ্যবসায়ের মধ্যে যাও, এবং সে তাই করলো। মহাত্মা গান্ধীর বোধহয় একটুখানি কুঁজো হলো, খালি গা, লয়েন ক্লথ সবই রইল, কিন্তু একদিন বিপদে পড়লো। রাস্তায় হাঁটতে হাঁটতে কেউ ওকে গুলি করে মারলো। অকুপেশনাল হ্যাজার্ড। It happened to Lincoln too. Ladies and gentlemen, I will conclude by just summing up that although cash is being wasted in Bombay cinema, in the films of people like Sanjay Leela Bhansali, people have the cash to throw parties and waste it completely in all kinds of areas. They are not willing to actually fuel creativity. That is the problem. Thank you very much.
I mean, that was a very kind of emphatic opening by Ashok with his sort of fire engine analogy. And he told us that how the flood of mediocrity, digital mediocrity, is a kind of undisguised threat to creativity in cinema and probably television as well. But the question is, does Rithiman Chatterjee agree with Ashok Vishwanathan? I have a feeling he doesn't. But he's a man. He'll speak his own mind. He'll give us his ideation from the benches of the opposition, the one and only Rithiman Chatterjee. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, proposers of this slightly peculiar proposition, and my friends on this side, let me begin by asking a question. How many of you in the audience are students of this institute? All right. And of the others, how many are involved in some way with film and television? You might as well all pack your bags and go home, because the gentlemen and ladies on that side have just said, see, film and television are just notions. They are names we give to certain kinds of communication. But it's the people who create that content that site is talking about. And they're saying that people who are involved with the making of cinema and television content have no creativity. So boys and girls, stop wasting your parents' money or the government grants that you get. Go into the real estate business. Or even better, become politicians. You know, go into fields which are awash and flooded. As Ashok just said, there's a tsunami of cash in those fields. There's absolutely no point in staying with film and television. As you know, an Ohomia film, Village Rockstars, is India's nomination for the Oscars. but there is no creativity in film and television. I asked a couple of critic friends of mine whose views I admire, and I respect them as critics because I know that they are neutral. They are not associated with production houses or, big newspaper chains and so forth. And I asked them to give a off-the-cuff list of films, Indian films, that they've seen in the last while, which they are proud of. Not necessarily successful, not necessarily aesthetic, but films to be proud of. And the films that were named were, for example, in Hindi, Mukti Bhavan, Masan, Newton, Anarkali of Ara, and a remarkable film that I saw recently, Gali Guliyan, a remarkable film. A Marathi film called Late Joshi, a Konkani film, which I have seen recently, called Juze, by a young man who runs a beach shack in Goa. And he's made a film on the immigration problem of Goa. A Malayalam film called S. Durga. These are the films, and I'm not talking necessarily of commercially successful films. Ashok Vishwanathan thinks that Sanjay Leela Bhansali wastes money. I beg to differ, I've worked with him. I beg to differ, but that apart. These are films which have been low-budget films which have been made recently in India, but we stand up and say that there is no creativity. On that side, I see a kind of, আমাদের সময় সব ভীষণ ভালো ছিল, এখন সব গোল্লায় গেছে, that kind of nostalgia, kind of a strange nostalgia working. সমস্ত ভালো ছিল, এখন এই এত টাকা রয়েছে, কিন্তু কিচ্ছু হচ্ছে না, type of business. That is what is prompting this absolutely ridiculous proposition. I mean, for one thing, how can you judge film and cinema and television by the same criteria? I mean, there are film and television students here. We can spend a whole evening defining what cinema is. It's a never-ending debate. It's a never-ending debate. Does cinema have to do with images? Does it have to do with sound? Do we agree with Tarkovsky and say that cinema has to do with time? We can carry on and on and on. But cinema and television are not the same thing. Television, let us remember, I'm not going to do figures because I don't know the figures, but a large part of television is non-fiction. A large part of television does not tell stories. There is sports television, news television, cookery shows, etc., etc. So you cannot judge them together. Creativity. Again, so therefore, film and television cannot be judged on the same platform. Then again, the motion does not say whether they are talking about closer home, whether they are talking about film and television in Bangla, in Hindi, in India, in the world, what? We have to assume that they are talking of film and television on the whole. And they're saying that nowhere, in no production, anywhere, is there any creativity? Is there any originality? I mean, is that a proposition even worth considering? And also, we have to remember that now with media proliferation particularly, creativity does not only mean a person sitting in an ivory tower and realizing his personal vision. Creativity is much more than that. Creativity is also marketing. My time, as they say, is over, so I will leave it to my colleagues to do a more specific content analysis. I just wanted to show that this motion, I mean, it is worthwhile, obviously, to debate the problems with the medium with which we are all associated. But I just want to say that this motion has been worded very, very badly, and it is indeed very shaky. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dhritimanda, because he has outlined to us what his ideas, what the opposition's sort of concept of creativity are, and taking Dhritimanda is perhaps the lone student representative across the two sides today, from Presidency University pursuing life sciences, the one who has represented the debating circle internationally in United Kingdom, Ms. Mayuri Mukherjee. Mayuri, thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Before this debate started, I was of the view that film and television lack creativity. I think side opposition will convince you that they lack a little bit of creativity as well, and perhaps a bit of practicality as well. Because the contest that we have from side proposition is not that films like Newton are not being made, or films like Village Rockstar are not being made. The problem is that they are too far in between, and the fact that Rajkumar Rao will never be paid as much as a Salman Khan, and the problem there lies in the essence of what we perceive creativity to be. I start my speech with a tribute to the person in whose honor this institution is named. Satyajit Ray described cinema as 1.5 ঘন্টা ধরে জট পাকানো, 1.5 ঘন্টা ধরে জট খোলা. I want to dive into the system of what this jot pakano and jot khola has become. Because in Ray's time, cinema used to be watched in movie halls. They are now watched between metro stops on phones thanks to Jio network. As the lone student representative on this side of the house, I haven't watched television in years because I know what Netflix is. Who is an artist? An artist is somebody who has the thirst to tell a story. But Netflix has replaced the artist with an algorithm. Because Netflix is counting your clicks, it is counting your views, it is following what you are watching, when you are watching it, how much of it you are watching. It is collecting that data and it is selling it to the business head of a large production house. Somebody who has no creativity, somebody who is helming a creative enterprise but doesn't have any creativity of his own, because the only thing he is thinking about is cash. And with that data, our writers we used to celebrate, these writers are writing recipes. Ekta gan Santorini, arekta Switzerland. Why doesn't the heroine embrace the hero in the streets of Salzburg? The Austrians can start about thinking of creating a makeup company, because Asian paints are making actresses look like British paints actors as well. That's what the industry is becoming. You're creating a recipe, and this is nothing but a recipe for disaster, because you are killing the creative art form. The artist looks at society to tell a story. The artist wants to learn from society. Society is the food of an artist. And what is society becoming today? We would like to tell side opposition that we believe that it's not film and television industries only. Society is becoming a little less creative. Look at our primary education. We don't have creativity there. Look at our higher education. There's no creativity there. We cannot expect creativity in our professional lives then, because we haven't been imparting an education that allows us to be creative. Where can we grow that spark of creativity? It is lacking. Creativity was the biggest capital this tall man had in the 1950s that changed the future of Indian cinema and cinema in the world. Creativity was a sustained endeavor. It was effort, it was study, it was passion, it was education. Creativity and innovation will not come from a government scheme, no matter how many you try to push. Creativity is something that you seek within you, that you see as a mirror to what society is. When around you there is political turmoil and political strife, it is easy to make a film on it. You can think about that owner of that small beach shack, sir, who made that small film on immigrants, did so because he felt the story needed to be told. The problem with people in creative fields today is that despite wanting to tell the story, the money is restricted in the way that it reaches them. They are not allowed to tell the story unless the story sells. And when you have money controlling your creative pursuit, creativity will dry up. Every conduit through which creativity can flow will become commercialized. Beyond that, the mass production of creativity that we see today, packaged creativity, is false creativity. We tell you that film and television were once agents of social change. Since we have so much of it accessible to us, since we have so much of the world at our fingertips today, the cinema that we see, we eat it, but we don't digest it. It's a very common term, public to khache, eguloi dekhabo. But the point is, we don't eat because we're hungry. That's not the ideal cinema should be. We eat for nourishment, and that is what creativity should aspire to. Thank you.
Mayuri, you have really defined it in very stern, quiet, but polite demeanor about your definitions of creativity. And good to see that I am in company of another Netflix, Netflix person. Thank you. Following Mayuri of Netflix would be another lady who represents the current genre of people in the cinema, in the film media, and we've had her participation in various discussions and debates of our forum. And let us be all ears for Rita Bhuri's opinion from the side opposition. Rita Bhuri, yes.
Thank you, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm not going to waste much time because I really, I really have a lot to say. And especially because I have been part of this industry 10 years, which might be less than everyone sitting here, much less. But from my personal experience, I do have a lot to say. To begin with, Ashokda mentioned the bulk of things that's being made, not just cinema or just films, bulk of things, because there's social media, there's the digital media, there's Netflix, and there's so on. Why is that a bad thing? I really want to ask. No, I really want to ask, because he said two contradictory things himself, that people who really wants to convey something, write something, they don't have the money to make it, because the distributors, they are monopolized, they won't make it. And at the same time, where there's digital media, where you can put the subject you want to say, you want to write, or you want to put it out there, there's a problem with that. I mean, two are very different opinions to me. I mean, very, very, very different. To begin with, imagine a time or a place where you want to sell something, so you're making a lot of things. Like you have a factory, we call it a factory problem. Like when you're making 100% of, say, clothes, let's say clothes. So 10% comes out as factory defects, right? You have heard of factory defects. So, and that's inevitable, that's going to happen. So imagine you have two factories, and there are a lot more stuff. So the number of factory defects go up. So like that, when there are like millions of factories, the number of factory defects is more. I know there will be an opposition pointing me out that I'm calling filmmaking or films factory. I'm not calling that. This is just an example that when actually there is a bulk of things being made and a bulk of films and creative things put it out there in front of you on your platter, there will be some defective pieces which you might not like. You don't really have to do it. You don't have to buy the factory defects. Who's forcing you to go and watch a film which just have songs in Switzerland? Choose films like Newton and so on. Secondly, I also have a problem with just putting this subject narrowed down to just East India. I mean, there's a buffet out there, a huge buffet. When you go to a buffet, do you say, no, I won't eat South India, I won't eat Chinese, because I'm a pure Bengali, I should just pick up Bengali food. I'm sure dal bhat khabu. Ami ar kichu khabu na. We don't do that. So when has it said that this topic is just about East India? Being an audience, being a consumer, being a maker, you can put yourself wherever you want. If you think East India is not a place where you can make a film, where the kind of films that are being made, you don't want to watch, you can watch of a different language. Watch Iranian film, watch German film. It's also available in Netflix and many other, internet aspects if you really can't travel to another part of the world. I mean, we do consume a lot of Hindi cinema, and I really don't see why, as an audience, not just being part of the filmmaking fraternity or something, I will not pick what is given to me nicely. If I see that the Chinese food is nicer in the buffet, I will pick it and I will eat it until and unless I go out there and tell the chef, no, the problem with the Bengali food is this is not how you should make it. You make it this way. And that only when, like, when I know how to do it. Otherwise, if I'm just an audience, I'll go pick just the Chinese food. Okay, now I'm coming to the teamwork, like to the technical part where I am part of the filmmaking process. A film is a teamwork. It's never just the director's project, the actor's project, or the producer's project. How many times, just raise your hand, how many times you've seen a film you thought that the actor was good, or maybe the music was good, or maybe the art director was nice, but the film was not nice, not that great. How many times? It has happened to you once or twice. Just raise your hands. Something like Bhansali, for example. I liked the art direction, but I didn't like the film. Happened to you? Happened to all of us. Does that mean that the art director's creativity goes down the drain just because you didn't like the film? So how can you attack by saying that it lacks creativity? There are thousands of people working in this industry every day. Lakhs, thousand is much smaller a number. Again, I'm coming down to the East India part, who are doing the art direction, who are writing films, making films, and being part of the editing process, the post-production, so on. And I don't think they lack creativity. Maybe some of them does, but I cannot say all of them does. Even when a bad film is made. For example, I personally didn't like Kick, but I cannot say Nawazuddin Siddiqui is a bad actor. Do you guys think Nawazuddin Siddiqui is a bad actor? No, raise your hands if you do. Nobody thinks that. It wasn't a great film. So does it mean that acting lacks, creative people? No. He's right out there. He's making more films. So I really don't think you should only narrow it down to just the film entirely when there are thousands and lakhs of people employed in this industry. Thirdly, I'd like to say, I don't know why it is such a problem with film being a business. It is an entertainment business. Of course it is. When you go watch a film or anything, even something on Netflix, you take something out of it, either entertainment or a message. So as an audience, we can just be more informed where to find what we want to find, what we want to see. There are thousands and lakhs of festivals, film festivals out there, where there are different kinds of films are being made. Netflix has so many different kinds of content. It does. It just doesn't have, the kind of, a friend of mine here called it a recipe. Well, I don't find Crown, Sherlock, or Sacred Games recipes. I find them mediums of entertainment as well as well-informed projects. That's then again just my opinion. I mean, just be more informed then. Just go to places, watch things where you want to get what you can get. Don't watch things which does not entertain you or cater to you at all. And when I am investing my money, I would like my money back. So that I can make something more out of you. So that I can make something more out of it. And I can really rotate my money to create more. So I really think, even like Dhriti Manda said, marketing and putting a film out there, or any film, even a digital film, so that it reaches people, is also as important as making one. Thank you so much.
I mean, ladies and gentlemen, in just 10 years, Rita Puri's defense of her industry was so complete and so passionate. Thank you very much. And who else right now to take on Rita Puri than the redoubtable Chandril Bhattacharya?
রীতা ভুরিকে প্রথমেই মনে করিয়ে দিই, যদি কেউ একটা কাপড়ের কোম্পানি খোলে আর তার থেকে 10% কাপড় ডিফেক্টিভ বেরে, কোনো অসুবিধা নেই। কিন্তু যদি কেউ অনেকগুলো কাপড়ের কোম্পানি খোলে যার 98% ডিফেক্টিভ, তখন বলে ভাই তোমার ক্রিয়েটিভিটি নেই, কোম্পানিটা বন্ধ করে তুমি বাড়ি চলে যাও। সেইটা হচ্ছে প্রথম কথা। সঞ্জয় লীলা বনশালী ছবিটা খারাপ আর ডিরেকশনটা খুব ভালো, এইভাবে ফিল্ম বিচার করা হয় না। এবং সেই জন্যেই ফিল্ম এখানে যারা আছে তাদের নতুন করে বোঝাতে হবে না, রীতা ভুরি ইচ্ছে করেই ছলনা করেছে, ও ফিল্মের সঙ্গে যুক্ত। ফিল্ম যে সবচেয়ে জটিল এবং সবচেয়ে আশ্চর্য মিডিয়াম, তার কারণ এই এখানে অনেকগুলো জিনিস যেগুলো আপাতভাবে পরস্পর সংযুক্ত নয়, সেগুলোকে কোহেসিভভাবে একসঙ্গে কাজ করতে হয়। সত্যজিৎরাকে একজন বলেছিলেন আপনার চিত্রনাট্যটা ভালো লাগেনি, সংলাপটা ভালো লেগেছে। বলেছে ভাই সংলাপ চিত্রনাট্যের অংশ, যা বোঝো না তা নিয়ে কথা বলো। ফলে আর্ট ডিরেকশনটা ভালো, সিনেমাটা খারাপ। নওয়াজুদ্দিন সিদ্দিকী ভালো, কিন্তু ওইখানে লাইটটা একটু কেঁপে গেছে, এইভাবে ছবি হয় না। ছবি হয় পুরোটা ভালো করতে হবে, নইলে করো না বাবা। যদি তুমি পুরো ডিপার্টমেন্ট, যতগুলো ডিপার্টমেন্ট আছে, একজন ডিরেক্টরের কাজই তাই, সেটাকে পুরোটাকে কোঅর্ডিনেট করে একটা হোল জিনিস দিতে হয়। পারলে তুমি ফিল্ম মেকার, আর না পারলে তুমি ফিল্ম করতে জানো না, তাহলে নওয়াজুদ্দিন সিদ্দিকীকে রেখে তুমি বাড়ি চলে যাও, ও অভিনয় করে দেবে, তুমি ডিরেক্টর হিসেবে নাম করে দেবে। আসলে ব্যাপারটা হচ্ছে, ধরা যাক এখন বলা হচ্ছে খুব নাকি ক্রিয়েটিভিটি আছে, ওরা কয়েকটা ছবির নামও করেছেন। আরে নাম আমরাও জানি, সত্যিই তো স্ত্রী বলে এখন একটা ছবি চলছে, ব্রিলিয়ান্ট। হরর কমেডি এই জনটাকে কেউ এক্সপ্লোর করে না, তাই দিয়ে যে পেট্রিয়ার্কিকে দুয়ালে চড় মারা যায় ভাবা যায় না। নিশ্চয়ই খুব ভালো কথা হচ্ছে কটা ছবি হয় আর তার মধ্যে কটা ছবিতে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি দেখা যায়? আমাদের এখানে গড়ে 1000টা ছবি তৈরি হয়, 2টো ক্রিয়েটিভ। আরে তাহলে তো বলতে হবে যে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি ল্যাক করছে। বাংলা সিরিয়াল যেগুলো খুব ক্রিয়েটিভ, তাকে তুমি ক্যাশ দিয়ে দাও না, প্রচন্ড ক্যাশ দিয়ে দাও। এখানে সবাই শুতে যায়, মেয়েরা শুতে যায় পাট ভাঙা বেনারসি শাড়ি পরে, তুমি ক্যাশ দাও বাংলা সিরিয়ালকে, কাল থেকে কি হবে? কাঞ্জিভরম পরে শুতে যাবে। যে কোনো সিরিয়াস কথা বলার সময় ছেলে চরিত্ররা চশমাটা খুলে নেয়, তুমি আরো বাজেট বাড়িয়ে দাও, 2বার চশমা খুলে, তার বেশি কিছু হবে না। আর একটা বোকা লোককে যদি তুমি ক্যাশ দাও, সে কি বুদ্ধিমান হয়ে যাবে নাকি? ডবল বোকামো করবে, ফলে ওতে কোনো লাভ নেই। আসলে এই গোটা ডিবেটটা যেদিকে বাঁক নিচ্ছে সেটা একটা আদি ডিবেট, সেটা হচ্ছে ফিল্ম, টেলিভিশন, এগুলো প্রাইমারিলি কি? এগুলো কি আর্ট, না এগুলো আসলে ব্যবসা? তুমি টাকা করতে পারলেই কি তুমি ভালো কাজ করলে, নাকি তুমি সত্যিকারের আর্ট করতে পারলে ভালো কাজ করলে? আজ থেকে 20 বছর আগেও যদি কলকাতা শহরে এই প্রশ্নটা করতো, তাকে বলা হতো ভালগার প্রশ্ন করছিস। আজকে হঠাৎ বাজার এমন জিতে গেছে যে এই প্রশ্নটাকে খুব মান্যতা দেওয়া হচ্ছে। ফিল্ম অফকোর্স ফার্স্ট অ্যান্ড ফরমোস্ট এবং লাস্টলিও একটা আর্ট, এবং যদি সেটা একটা আর্ট হয় তাহলে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি তাকে শুরু করবে, ক্রিয়েটিভিটি তাকে ধারণ করবে, ক্রিয়েটিভিটি তাকে চালিয়ে নিয়ে যাবে, হ্যাঁ টাকা থেকে অ্যাসিস্ট করবে, সহায়তা করবে ভাবনাটাকে পূর্ণ অবয়ব দেওয়ার জন্য, ব্যাস, এর বেশি কিছু নয়। এবার যদি একটা ইন্ডাস্ট্রি শুধুমাত্র আর্ট তৈরি করার জন্য তৈরি হয়, তাহলে সেই ইন্ডাস্ট্রিটা কখনো টাকা দ্বারা নির্মিত হলে চলবে না। তাকে বুঝতে হবে যে ক্রিয়েটিভিটিটাই আসল। বাই ডিফল্ট সে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি ল্যাক করে। যদি ক্রিয়েটিভিটি না থাকে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি দরকার, যদি ক্রিয়েটিভিটি থাকে তাহলে আরো ক্রিয়েটিভিটি দরকার। আরে যদি কারো ক্রিয়েটিভিটি সৃষ্টিশীলতা থাকে, ক্যামেরা ছাড়া সে সিনেমা তৈরি করতে পারে। লাস্ট যেতে দ্য জেটি আপনারা অনেকেই দেখেছেন, ক্রিস মার্কারি তৈরি করা কাল্ট ফিল্ম, 28 মিনিটের শর্ট ফিল্ম, শুধুমাত্র স্টিল ছবি দিয়ে তৈরি করা, পেছনে একটা ভয়েস ওভার, একটা মাত্র মুভিং ইমেজ আছে, একজন মেয়ে একবার চোখের পাতাটা ফেলে, অর্থাৎ গোটাটা স্টিল করে উনি একটা মুভিং ইমেজ দিয়েছেন। যখন চোখের পাতাটা ফেলে আমরা চমকে উঠি, তার কারণ হচ্ছে আমরা ভাবছিলাম এটাও স্টিল। কাল্ট ফিল্ম, সেটা থেকে 12 মাঙ্কিস বলে একটা হলিউড বিগ বাজেট ছবি হয়েছে, ব্রুস উইলিস স্টার করেছে। ব্লু, ডেরেক জার্মানের ছবি, শুধু নীল একটা রং, পেছনে ভয়েস ওভার। আচ্ছা এগুলো এক্সট্রিম এক্সাম্পল, ছেড়ে দিন। যে লোকটা জাম্প কাট আবিষ্কার করেছে, তাকে কখনো ক্যাশ কনস্ট্যান্ট দিয়ে কি করা যেত? করা যেত? হ্যাঁ, সেদিন না হলে ব্রেকলেস 3 বছর পরে বেরোতো, 10 মিনিটের ছবি হতো ব্রেকলেস। 2 মিনিট পর সেই ব্রেকলেস দেখা, 2 মিনিট পর আমরা চমকে উঠতে বলতে, কি রে এই এডিটিং নিয়ে কি করছে? এই যে চমকে ওঠাটা, এই যে একটা নতুন আইডিয়া, একটা কথাকে সম্পূর্ণ নতুন স্টাইলে বলতে পারা, বা একটা নতুন কথাকে নতুন স্টাইলে বলতে পারা, এটাই সিনেমা। তার বদলে যদি আমি বলি না 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 অনেক টাকা দিয়ে বিরাট মাউন্ট করা সিনেমাই সিনেমা, তাহলে তুমি সিনেমার বেসিক জিনিসটাই বুঝছি না। হ্যাঁ, চিরকালই কমার্শিয়াল ছবি ছিল, মেন স্ট্রিম ছবি ছিল, যারা মনে করতো শিল্পমূলত বিনোদন, আনন্দ দিলেই চলবে। তার পাশাপাশি অনেক সংখ্যক ছবি হতো যা মানুষের কথা বলতে চাইতো, যা সত্য খুঁড়ে বের করতে চাইতো। এখন সেই সংখ্যাটা কমে এসছে। কেন? কারণ বাজার নিঃশর্তে জিতে গেছে, কারণ বাজার বশ্যতা, বাজারের কাছে নত হওয়ার প্রবণতা, ল্যাং ল্যাং করে কাঁচা খুলে টাকার পেছনে দৌড়ানো, এবং এই ধারণা যে যদি কোনো শিল্প টাকা রোজগার করতে পারে তবে সে ভালো শিল্প, আর টাকা রোজগার না করতে পারলে বাজে শিল্প, এমন সর্বজনমান্যতা পেয়ে গেছে যে আমরা এই কথা বলার সাহস রাখছি যে সিনেমা করার উদ্দেশ্য হচ্ছে 200 টাকা ইনভেস্ট করে 201 টাকা তুলে নেওয়া। আরে ইনভেস্টমেন্ট কি হয়েছে ব্যাংকের লোককে বোঝাও, আমাকে বলো সিনেমাটা ভালো হয়েছে কি সিনেমাটা ভালো হয়নি। তাহলে তো কোটি টাকা দিলেই সিনেমা ভালো হতো, হচ্ছে তো, কোটি টাকা দেওয়া হচ্ছে, কি হচ্ছে? লাখ লাখ ডাইনোসর দৌড়চ্ছে। ডাইনোসর শুধু দৌড়চ্ছে না, জল থেকে একটা ডাইনোসর উঠে টেরোড্যাক্টিলকে গিলে নিল, কোটি কোটি টাকা কামাচ্ছে। এই যে এখন মার্ভেল কমিক্সের অ্যাভেঞ্জার সিরিজ নাকি আসছে, হাল্কের গায়ের গন্ধে আয়রন ম্যান অজ্ঞান হয়ে যাচ্ছে, স্যান্ডম্যান হেঁটে যাচ্ছে, সে অ্যান্টম্যানকে মারিয়ে দিল। আরে এ তো কোটি টাকা দিয়ে তৈরি হচ্ছে ছবি, আরো আরো অনেক কোটি টাকা তুলছে, তাহলে ছবি ভালো, কিন্তু সেই ছবি তো আমাদের মনে থাকবে না, সেই ছবি তো আমাদের শিল্পকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে না, সে তো কোনো দিশা দেখাচ্ছে না। আমাদের বাংলা ছবিতে কি হচ্ছে, কিছু জল্লো থ্রিলার হচ্ছে যা আপনি হল থেকে বেরিয়ে ভুলে যাবেন, তাও বলবেন হ্যাঁ ওয়েল ক্রাফটেড, কিন্তু কি হয়েছিল ঠিক মনে নেই রে, 3rd সিনের পর আমি পপকর্ন খাচ্ছিলাম। আর আরেক রকম ছবি হচ্ছে ফিল গুড ছবি, মানে আপনার চিজ পপকর্নে যাতে কোনো গাঢ় গভীর ভাবনার ছায়া না পড়ে। সেই বোরোলিন ছিল, জীবনের নানা ওঠা পড়া যেন গায়ে না লাগে, বোরোলিনের স্লোগান ছিল। এখন হচ্ছে কোনো গভীর চিন্তা ভাবনা যেন মাথায় না লাগে, এই হচ্ছে স্লোগান। আপনাদের বুকে লাগবে এরকম একটা গল্প বলি। আন্দ্রেই তারকভস্কি, নাম শুনেছেন সম্ভবত, খুব যে ক্যাশ অর্জন করেছেন কিনা আমরা জানি না, কিন্তু ক্রিয়েটিভ বলে আমাদের কাছে ভগবান। সেই আন্দ্রেই তারকভস্কি প্রথম যে ছবি করেছিলেন ইভান্স চাইল্ডহুড, সেই ছবি উনি হাফ বাজেটে করেছিলেন। তার মানে কি, মস ফিল্ম ওই ছবিটা অন্য একজনকে অ্যাসাইন করে দিয়েছিল, সে অর্ধেক ছবি তুলে ফেলেছে, হাফ বাজেট চলে গেছে। এইবারে ওই ছবিটা ওদের মতে উতরোয়নি। তারকভস্কিকে বলা হলো তুমি কি ছবিটা করবে? তারকভস্কি কোথায় কান্নাকাটি করবেন, বাজেট নেই, ক্যাশ নেই, তার বদলে উনি কি বললেন, আমি 3টে কাজ করবো, 1 আগের ছবিটা দেখবো না, 2 সম্পূর্ণ নতুন চিত্রনাট্য লিখবো, এবং 3 কাস্ট অ্যান্ড ক্রু পুরোপুরি বদলে দেবো। খেয়াল করুন, শর্তগুলোর সঙ্গে কোথাও ক্যাশের সম্পর্ক নেই, শুধু ক্রিয়েটিভিটি। উনি হাফ বাজেটে টোটালি নিউ ফিল্ম দেবেন। মসফিন তা বলেনি, বলেছিল ম্যানেজ করে দাও বাকি ছবিটা তুলে। নিউ ফিল্ম, এবং সেইটা হলো ইভান্স চাইল্ডহুড, যা পৃথিবীর সম্পদ হয়ে আছে। সত্যজিৎ রায় 4টে তলায় ভূতের নাচ হবে, তুলতে পারছেন না, 4টে তলা সেট করা যাচ্ছে না বিভিন্ন কারণে। 2টো তলা কি করা হলো, লেন্সের প্রথম অর্ধেকটা মাস্ক করা হলো, তারপরে জুম ব্যাক করা হলো, আবার লেন্সের তলার অর্ধেকটা মাস্ক করা হলো, আবার জুম ব্যাক করা হলো। ওই জুম ব্যাক করার সময় একটা বাজনার তালের ঝোঁকে এমন অ্যাকিউরেট রেটে জুম ব্যাক করা হলো যে দুটো ম্যাচ করে গেল। মানে বাজেট কনস্ট্রেন্ট থাকলে ক্রিয়েটিভিটি দিয়ে ম্যানেজ করা যায়, কিন্তু ক্রিয়েটিভ কনস্ট্রেন্ট থাকলে তুমি কোটি কোটি টাকা দাও, তোমার দ্বারা কিচ্ছু হবে। একটা কথা টাইম অতিক্রম করেই বলে যাই, রীতাভরি জিজ্ঞেস করেছে অনেক কন্টেন্ট থাকলে ঝামেলা কোথায়। সত্যিই কোনো ঝামেলা নেই, সত্যিই তো। আজকে সকালবেলায় আমি মোবাইলে আমার বাবা আর পোষা কুকুর নিয়ে সিনেমা তুলে ইউটিউবে দুপুরবেলা আপলোড করে, বিকেলবেলা ফেসবুকে ক্যাম্পেইন করে, রাত্রির বেলায় আইকন হয়ে যাচ্ছি, ভাইরাল। এবং সেটা তো বড় কথা, এতে তো বোঝা যাচ্ছে ক্যাশের আর কোনো প্রশ্নই নেই, শুধু আমি ক্রিয়েটিভ হলেই জিনিসটা চলবে। কিন্তু তাই যদি হতো, যদি এই তো এখন তো শর্ট ফিল্ম সবাই করছে, কিছুদিন পর বিয়ে হবে না শর্ট ফিল্ম যদি কেউ না করে, তা যে লেখা হয় মা চা লেখা হবে ছোট ছবি করতে হবে, নাহলে হবে না। ওয়েব সিরিজের জন্য থলে নিয়ে লোকে বসে আছে, টাকা দেবে। তাহলে প্রত্যেক মঙ্গলবার কেন একটা মাস্টারপিস বেরোচ্ছে না, প্রত্যেক বুধবার কেন একজন বুনুয়েল জন্মাচ্ছেন না? তার কারণটা সহজ, রীতাভরি, ক্রিয়েটিভিটি নেই। ক্যাশ যদি প্রবলেম হতো, টাকা দিলেই বুনুয়েল হই হই করে। নমস্কার।
তো ইদানিং সময় আমরা দু একটা হারিকেন, টর্নেডোর নাম শুনেছিলাম, যেমন হারিকেন ইরমা, হারিকেন ফ্লোরেন্স। বেচারা গতকাল ইন্দোনেশিয়াতেও একটা সুনামি হয়ে গেছে, তার নামটা এখনো জানা যায়নি। তো আমাদের এই যে হারিকেন চন্দ্রিল, হ্যাঁ, যেভাবে তার স্বভাব সিদ্ধ ঝোড়ো ভঙ্গিমায় আজকে উনি সমর্থন করলেন আমাদের মোশনকে, তো এই হারিকেনের মোকাবিলা করতে পরে যিনি আসছেন, আমি জানি না হেলমেট পরে আসছেন না ছাতা নিয়ে আসছেন, কিন্তু with all the kind of weather defenses at his disposal, আসছেন নীলাঞ্জন।
Good evening, respected Chairman Sir and honorable audience. Actually, I'm a little surprised that the motion is there's enough cash and there is no creativity. So my colleagues, they are saying for the motion, and we are supposed to say against the motion. Like we are supposed to say like there is no cash. So if Chondril also said, started in the beginning that we are the largest producer of films in the world, and we are producing close to 1,500 to 2,000 films in a year. So how many of those films are created? So my question is, like, if we look into data, then how much money is actually being spent on those kind of cinema, the creative films, the genuine creative films? So when we see the data, we'll get to see that 80% of the funds are actually used for the mainstream films, and most of the rest is basically used for the off-mainstream cinema, and there is a meager, like a very minimum amount which is spent for experimental or art house cinema, which is the films like Fantry and Masan and so on. So the point is that in the history also we have seen the legendary Satyajit Ray, his film, his Pothet Pachali was stuck for funds, and he had to mortgage his wife's jewelry to get the fund. And these kind of similar incidents are repeating, and the recent incident of similar sort would be Village Rockstars, as Ritimanda said. That film was made out of no budget. So the point is that the creative minds, they don't care for money, they don't wait for money, they keep investing their brains, their creativity into genuine creativity. But the facts show us that the creators don't lack creativity, but actually the investors or the one who is deciding which content to make lack creativity. See, I'm not talking against the mainstream cinema, but if you take mainstream cinema, it comes with a lot of riders, like parameters and kind of templates, you know. Like mainstream cinema is mostly business driven, and to safeguard the business, they need to create safe business models and safe templates. What are those safe templates? Like in India, in context of Indian film industry, one of the safest templates is the Star Studio Blockbuster Nexus. So if you want to make a mainstream film, then you have to have a star in your film, and the star, it's not only the star. The star also comes with a sub template. The sub template is like, say, let's take an example of Salman Khan. So if you have Salman Khan in your film, then he has to be like 50% of the film bare-bodied, and he needs to have a childlike innocence. Or let's take a Shah Rukh Khan. Like if Shah Rukh Khan is there in your film, then either he has to be a joker, or a Shah Rukh Khan has to be a kind of passionate lover or an anti-hero. Or there is another like a template, a safe template example of a safe template would be like in stories, like a false sense of nationalism represented through sports. Amir Khan specializes in that. So what happens, like if a creative mind, an artist, like since Chonjil said that, and we all know that film is an art form. So if an artist is set into these parameters, like if they have to work under so many restrictions and parameters, then it's not really the creativity can bloom. So the artist's nature would always be to challenge those safe templates, challenge those whatever the usual is, and they will always try to destabilize. So whenever an artist tries to destabilize, the funds disappear. So whenever there was like in the history, and still we have seen like whenever genuine art is tried to be created, the funds always disappear. Let's take the case of the Indian television industry. Say in the initial stages of Indian television, like we used to have content like Nukkad or say like Malguri Days, but now like in last 20 odd years, this safe template in television has become regressive content. So anyone who is kind of who has a creative mind, who wants to do something progressive, will be considered non-creative in television. So the basic thing is like another point is like Netflix. What Netflix is doing, the business. If you look at it, like what Netflix is doing, they're trying to re-establish the classical Hollywood studio system, which was a very safe business model where the entrepreneurs used to control the entire thing, like from the from point A till it reaches the end user. So what Netflix is trying to do is the same way. They're trying to get rid of the theater viewing habit. They're investing all the money to convert your drawing room into a virtual cinema hall, and so that you lose the habit of going to the movie theaters. And so if they can invest so much money for these technology, my question is why there is no money for a film like Village Rockstars, and why Rima Das has to specialize in zero budget films, and why if some filmmaker wants to talk about the common man or an issue of a common man, then they have to always depend on the people's collectives or the state funding agencies and or the like the trustees, the other financial agencies. Thank you.
Well said, Nilanjan. You see, the likes of Netflix, Amazon, Google, they are doing much more than what you described, and they are a serious threat to people like ourselves, because all the big digital honchos of the United States have got together, and their mission is they want to cut the number of doctors in the United States by about 30%. by the year 2020. So the general physician, if Amazon, Netflix has its way, then the general physicians that the Americans will be consulting by 2020 is the cell phone, right? So being a Netflix fan, I fear for my own species. So having said that, you see, it wasn't really planned out or intended that way. We do not like strife within the institution, though some of it is almost inevitable. But having said that, SRFTI has to face up to one of its own. And following Nilanjan, we have Robi Ranjan defending and taking him on, defending the motion. It's all yours, Robi Ranjan, now.
Thank you very much, Chairman Sir. Good evening. Chairman Sir, can I request you to take a head count of the two of the tables, because I think we're supposed to be 5 and 5.
Yes.
I think it's 6-4, because Nilanjan spoke all for us.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
What he was speaking for the motion. So he almost said half the things I wanted to say. And what Ridhimanda said is about, citing few films like Newton or Masan and all that. I guess you know that we make about 2,000 films. Primarily we are talking about Indian scenario, film and television. We make about 2,000 films. And in 2,000 films, just about 5 or 6 films, where does it stand? Tell me, raise your hands, where do we stand? For 5 or 6 films, nowhere actually. And if you look at the television, which are thousands and thousands of episodes are done every day, how many of you watch television, Indian television, in terms of fiction? Though we did not categorize here, we are talking about fiction, non-fiction, but maybe some of the reality shows you watch, but how many of them you watch? Probably you don't watch it. Why? Because it lacks creativity. That's the whole point. Probably opposition did not understand or try to thrash out the word creativity. They are still living in a dream, they're still living in a nostalgia that what Mr. Ray did in 1954-55. It is not the case. And to the students, please don't leave what Ridhimanda said. Please don't leave the campus. Okay? Stay back. I'll tell you why. Because we are here, you are here to change it. You are here to change it. So you should stay back. You should stay back. You should create creativity back and change it, change the society. That is what it's supposed to be. Anything, you draw a circle on a paper and you think you are being creative. You are very satisfied, and that can be very, very creative about it. That, just in one stroke that you draw a full circle. But will you be able to sell it to anyone? No. Because the whole word creativity is lost out there. Because it will not be able to make them understand that what satisfies you in terms of creativity is you need takers for it. All we meant that there are no takers for creativity. We never said that, our team never said that there is no creativity in the world. There are. But I am saying, in terms of the percentage, probably it is 99% on our side. That's the whole point. Television, as he has already spoken for us. So, Nukkad, when did it happen? It happened some 40 years back. So why are we citing the example of Nukkad? We are talking about the present day. When television started in India, there used to be bright programs. We are talking about 40 years back. When you used to make 15 Bengali films here, out of them there will be at least 10 masters working in it. Tapan Sinha, Satyajit Ray, Ritik Ghatak, Mrinal Sen, all of them are there. They're making films together. So it made sense. It had a lot of creativity. But where are we now? All over India, where are we now? Reema Das is not an example. Reema Das, and one is not debating about the fact that whatever budget she made the film, The Village Rockstar. Okay, Reema Das cannot be the example, because every year there is an Oscar nomination for us, right? So every such film is being chosen from India. So why is Reema Das? I have seen some of the intelligent work here in India, definitely. But where do we stand in terms of our percentage? Nowhere. Now, I'm trying to be a little on the serious note, because Chandril has given you a lot of enjoyment. But that was supposed to be. We had a good balance in our group. and as prolifically Ashok opened the speech, in our television these days, can you show me one sensible program, and can you show me the whole television runs on what? It's called TRP, the viewership. Can anyone show me any sensible television program on prime time which is happening except those stupid Delhi soaps? There is nothing. So it means that and the television houses, they are absolutely all about money, because you need sponsorship, and whatever sponsorship or whatever you need to make, you have to prove that you have got a higher TRP. So you are targeting the greater mass, and by targeting the greater mass, what is happening? You are killing the creativity every single day. That's my whole point. Thank you very much.
Ravi Ranjan, thanks a ton. And you see, there is a part of the motion which talks about cash. And whenever we discuss cash or the lack of it these days, that is when the economist comes into the domain. And to give us a bit of respite from all the heady deliberations about cinema and television, we've enjoyed every minute of it, just to have a little bit of different flavor to the tea that is being served this evening, can I call on Gautam? Gautam, who's the retired professor of economics, one of our colleague debaters, to take us perhaps from the world of the cinema and television to give an economic analysis as how sees the things to be. Gautam.
Mr. Chairman, sir, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not so sure how much economics I can talk about today, but I will certainly share some thoughts that I've been having while listening to the speakers who've gone before me. You see, we have a very distinguished panel on the other side. 5 people who are emphatically saying that it is creativity that is lacking, not money. Of these 5 people, I know 2 of them quite well personally, actually, Ashok and Anindita. They are known for their creativity. They are also known for taking very unambiguous positions and speaking their mind. But today I see a side of them that amazes me. Their professional hypocrisy. Because if you talk to them personally, they will tell you at least 20 stories of how each of their creative ideas got nipped because somebody who promised them money suddenly decided to have other thoughts. And now on stage, they're talking about lack of creativity as if the problem with money doesn't exist. Let me take you back a little. See, this topic is very ambiguously framed because it says cinema and television. Which cinema and television? Cinema coming out of Hollywood, cinema coming out of Bombay, cinema coming out of Tollygunge, cinema in other countries, past cinema, present cinema, television, which television? Entertainment television, news television, sports television, nature television. So there is a problem of the context. But in any case, one thing that I can point out logically here is that the proposition makes 2 statements. One, that cinema and television, that's number 1, lack creativity. Second statement is, cinema and television do not lack cash. Now, as a speaker from the opposition, it would suffice if I disproved each one in either of them. Then the proposition would fall. However, being a brave heart, I will try to disprove both. Let's go back to Satyajit Ray, whose name is borne in the title of this institute, and his first film, Pather Panchali. We now know it's a masterpiece. That masterpiece was, I think, some 6, 7 years in the making. Ray ran out of money several times, financiers pulled out. Things went to such a pass that he was really scared that this aged lady playing Indira Thakuran would actually die before the shooting was completed. And how was the film completed? Because Ray approached then Chief Minister Bidhan Rai. And Bidhan Rai found him some money out of the PWD budget. The justification being that the English translation of Pather Panchali was Story of the Road. And somehow people in the PWD thought they had something to do with roads. I want you to hypothetically think. See, Bidhan Rai had no clue. Bidhan Rai had no clue about whether Satyajit Ray was a genius or not. Bidhan Rai had no clue about cinema. The only reason he found this money for Satyajit Ray is because he firmly believed that a grandson of Upendra Kishore Rai Chaudhuri and a son of Sukumar Rai must be a genius. Now, except for this coincidence, happy coincidence, Pather Panchali would not have been made. If frustrated, Satyajit Ray would have gone back to advertising. And then people would thump the tables and say, see, there is no creativity. The problem is the money is not coming to the creative people. Every time you have a new idea, it is very, very difficult to convince the people with money. There are people with money and there are people with creative ideas. Now this debate about art versus market that John is talking about, the debate has always been there. Now if you write poetry, even that has to be published for people to read it, even though it might just cost you some paper and pen to write it. On the other hand, if you're into theatre, it requires serious money. If you're into music, it requires serious money. If you're into cinema, it requires serious money. So, this whole issue about digitization that is bothering people, that previously, there was Chaplin and Eisenstein and Ray and Ghatak and, it was not mass produced. You see, when the first written word appeared, Plato objected to it. Because he thought people would become stupid because they'll write everything down and they will not have the need to remember things. When television came, people said books are finished, newspapers are finished. When radio came, people said newspapers are finished. Today, there are more radio programs, more radio stations, more television channels, more books being produced globally. So the point is that, as Dhutiman Chatterjee just said in taking off on what he said, আমাদের সময় সব কি ভালো ছিল, জিনিস সস্তা ছিল, এখন সব গোল্লায় গেছে, is not the proper attitude to take. The next generation will be always more evolved if Darwin is to be believed. And they will always find a way. As did the great masters in the past, there will be a balance between art and market. And it is for the young people of the SRFTI and other institutes to find that perfect balance. Thank you.
Gautam, merely to suggest that the next generation will be more evolved is an understatement, because the average age group in the students suggests that their internal processing capacity on a median is about 25% more than ours, right? So we are actually speaking to a superior species, actually most of you. So on that note, friends, we move on to the last speaker for the proposition. And the last round of formal speaking will be completed by Anindita Sharbadikari. Anindita.
I actually am again Gautam Da, when he started off, he was talking about me and Ashok. He was actually talking, he was referring to an example, an experience of mine I just went through. Before we went on stage, I happened to mention it, so that's probably the hypocrisy he was talking about. But the point is, yes, of course, when we're talking of creativity, it doesn't matter who's sitting at home and writing good scripts. Money is there, lots of money is there. And the example that he was referring to is I actually wrote a script. I was about to go for shoot last year, and 1 month, 1 week before, that means 5 weeks before going on floor, my financier pulled out. Doesn't mean that the financier is not making movies. Doesn't mean that cinema has stopped. I did not get that money to make that film. After that, I got several producers. Somebody who also, you get this kind of agents also, kind of these days. My film is about child trafficking. So the questions started coming like, there was this producer from Delhi who wanted to find out that when my 13-year-old girl in my film gets raped, how much of it, how vividly I'm going to show it. The money was there. The point is, how would I sell, how low I would agree to stoop, or how much I would compromise to sell my creativity or the film that I wanted to make. I have not. So I think I beg to differ. I am not a hypocrite. I do not compromise with my creativity. I do not compromise with content. Coming to that, to me, whenever we talk of creativity, primarily, especially in film and television, because that's my language, it is the content. It is the content because the content often actually dictates the form. Couple of times Mukti Bhavan was mentioned. Mukti Bhavan is a film very close to my heart. I just loved it. I saw it thrice. It only ran 7 days in the theaters here. And every time I was accompanied by maybe 15 to 20 people. There was no marketing. There was no money also probably. The film later on released in, I think, 60 countries. And the main actor, Adil Hussain, he did not get a national award. He got a mention while Akshay Kumar got the national award last year. And he got the national award in Norway for Best Actor. So that's what I'm saying, that creativity, if it exists in pockets, not in ivory towers, but it doesn't have an expression. If Ashok, me, Kobi, Chondri, we write wonderful scripts, and the money is there, but the money is not coming to us, then we will say that cinema and film does not have creativity. We are not saying that the world is bereft of creative people or filmmakers. Television, very interesting. Television is again governed by TRP, and these days I actually stopped working for 3-4 years for personal reason, and when I came back, I never made serials because I could never contribute to the kitchen politics kind of stuff that is made. And when I used to make films for television, one of my friends who was from one of the channels sitting here, that was the time I even stopped making films for television because I was told that there was an episode, I was told by the channel that, your content and all is great, but we saw there is an episode which had very high TRP where the snake was seen dancing drunk. So Pritam would, I don't know if you remember. And the channel was kind of trying to understand that and make more of, move more. And somewhere along the line, the transition of that content with some mind and completely mindless content probably happened. I was probably Van Winkle, and when I came back to work, last year somebody offered me to write a story for a serial. I said, why not? I can write if I'm not making them, because the money is good. So I said, okay, so what is the pitch? He said, well, there has to be one man and definitely 2 wives. You can set it in any context, but that has to be the premise. And that is the premise in every television product that you pick up. There was something that started off, it was quite nationally famous, so everybody would remember Valika Vadhu. Such beautiful content. It was about against child marriage and all. It ended with, people killing, somebody's father, about incest and whatnot. So there is a kind of mentality to turn the content. Money is not a problem because products are being churned out. Yesterday, I was at a film festival judging 32 short films, brilliant short films made on mobile cameras. But where will these people take them? Because the people who control the purse will not allow these 32 people making films against gender violence from Bangladesh, from Jharkhand, from Northeast and from Bengal to have a platform. Because television and film, the people who control the purse strings, there's a lot of money, but those 32 young people will not get the platform to showcase their voice. And on the last note, one sentence, talking about creativity, I was just talking to Ashok. I realized that the last time an Indian film competed in Cannes was 22 years ago, where the last time an Indian film competed in Berlin was also 22 years ago, and the last time of Indian film competed in Venice was 16 years ago. It's not আপনাদের সময় সব ভালো ছিল আমাদের সময় সব খারাপ আমাদের সময় this is the reality that we remember Aishwarya Rai's lipstick color when she walks on the red carpet in Cannes. We do not know which film of us is actually making it there.
Well said, Anamika, well said. And for the opposition to round off the proceedings would be Indrajit.
আমি একটু এই বাইনারিটা বোঝার চেষ্টা করছি, ক্রিয়েটিভিটি ভার্সেস ক্যাশ, এরকম একটা বাইনারি রয়েছে তো। এবং আমরা বাঙালিরা একটু বাইনারি প্রিয় জাতি, আমরা সবসময় একটা ইস্ট বেঙ্গল বনাম মোহনবাগান, সত্যজিৎ বনাম ঋত্বিক, বাঙাল বনাম ঘটি, এরকম একটা বনামের একটা ইতিহাস আমাদের আছে। আসলে আমরা এরকম একটা ক্রিয়েটিভিটি বনাম ক্যাশের একটা বাইনারি তৈরি করে রেখেছি, যেটা আমার কাছে একটু অলিক লাগছে। সেটাকে নিয়ে একটু বলতে গেলে যেটা আমার প্রথমে মনে হচ্ছে যে হ্যাঁ, তো ঘটনা একটা সত্যি যে ভালো ছবি দেখতে পাই না, ভালো টেলিভিশন দেখতে পাই না, তাই নিয়ে আক্ষেপ করি। এবার তার উত্তর কি এই যে যারা ভালো ছবি বানাতে পারে বা যারা ভালো টেলিভিশনে কাজ করতে পারতেন বা টেলিভিশনটাকে পাল্টাতে পারতেন, তারা পৃথিবীতে এক্সিস্ট করেন না বা তাদের সাহস নেই, তা তো নয়। মানে তারা সেটা চান না, তা তো নয়। তারা আছেন, তারা গোপনে আছেন, তারা লুকিয়ে আছেন। আমি সম্প্রতি বিজ্ঞাপন বানালাম কয়েকটা, আমি অনেকদিন বিজ্ঞাপন বানাইনি, সম্প্রতি বিজ্ঞাপন বানালাম কয়েকটা। বানাতে গিয়ে আমি একটু অনেকগুলো বিজ্ঞাপন খেয়াল করলাম ইউটিউবে, দেখলাম এবং দেখলাম যে এই প্রায় 40-50টা সর্বভারতীয় শ্রেষ্ঠ বিজ্ঞাপন, আমি বলছি না যে সেটা মানে ক্রিয়েটিভিটির পরাকাষ্ঠা, 40-50টা সর্বভারতীয় শ্রেষ্ঠ বিজ্ঞাপন গত 2-3 বছরে বানানো। আমি লক্ষ্য করে দেখলাম তার মধ্যে প্রায় 80% লোক বাঙালি যারা বানিয়েছে এইগুলো, কিন্তু তারা ঘটনাচক্রে কলকাতায় কাজ করে না। কেন করে না? তার কারণ হচ্ছে তারা যে কাজগুলো করতে, তারা অত্যন্ত দক্ষ মানুষ, তারা এরকম তো নয় যে তারা কাজ করতে মানে তারা কলকাতায় ব্যর্থ হয়ে বম্বেতে গেছেন। তারা যেটা করতে চেয়েছিলেন বা যে ধরনের মানের কাজ করতে চেয়েছিলেন, এরকম নয় যে তারা বম্বেতে গিয়ে বিজ্ঞাপন বানিয়ে খুব হ্যাপি আছেন, কিন্তু যেটুকু কাজ এবং যে মানের কাজ তারা বম্বেতে বসে করতে পারছেন, হয়তো সেটা কলকাতায় করতে পারছেন না বললেই গেছেন। ক্যাশ বলতে আমরা শুধু টাকা বুঝছি, আমরা যেটা বুঝছি না সেটা হচ্ছে ক্যাশ মানে ইটস নট জাস্ট কোয়ান্টিটি, ইটস অলসো দ্য কোয়ালিটি অফ ক্যাশ। বাংলা চলচ্চিত্রের ইতিহাসে যদি তার ইতিহাস লেখা যায়, তাহলে দেখা যাবে যে একটা তো চিট ফান্ড যুগ এসেছিল, লেখা যাবে তো যেখানে যে সময় চিট ফান্ডের টাকায় বাংলা চলচ্চিত্রের ইন্ডাস্ট্রি পুরো ভরে গেছিল। ক্যাশ দিয়ে তো ক্যাশের তো কোনো সমস্যা ছিল না। সেই সময় একটা এক্সিকিউটিভ প্রডিউসার বলে একটা প্রজাতিও তৈরি হয়েছিল, যারা প্রডিউসারদের বোঝাতো যে একটা 1 কোটি টাকার ছবি কিভাবে 4 কোটি টাকায় করা যায়। তো সেটা তো দীর্ঘদিন ধরে হয়েছে, এরকম তো নয় যে হয়নি। ক্যাশের অভাব ছিল না, কিন্তু দ্য কাইন্ড অফ ক্যাশ, কারা এই টাকাটা ঢালছেন, দ্য কোয়ালিটি অফ ক্যাশ, দ্য রিজন ওয়াই পিপল আর ইনভেস্টিং দিস ক্যাশ, এইটা খুব ইম্পর্টেন্ট। এটা জাস্ট একটা ক্যাশ বললেই ব্যাপারটা একটা অদ্ভুত বাইনারিতে চলে যাচ্ছে। আমি বলছি যে কি জন্য টাকা দিচ্ছেন, কেন টাকা দিচ্ছেন, সেই টাকা দেওয়ার উদ্দেশ্যটা কি। আমি নিজে বহু এরকম হরর স্টোরির সাক্ষী, আমি সবকটা এখানে বলা সম্ভব নয়, কিন্তু জেনারেলি এবং আজকাল আর আমাকে ডাকেও না আমার কুখ্যাতির কারণে, কিন্তু একটা সময় ডাকতো এবং ডেকে যেরকম আলোচনা হতো যে দেখতাম যে প্রথমেই আমাকে বলা হতো যে আমাদের না অগস্ট মাসে শুটিং, কথা বলছি জুলাই মাসে, জুলাই মাসে কি সেপ্টেম্বরে হয়তো জুন মাসে কথা বলছি, এবং শুরুই করতো যে আমাদের অগস্ট মাসে শুটিং। আমি এটা কিছুতেই বুঝতে পারছি না যে আমি তাকে বলছি যে আমি একটা স্ক্রিপ্ট লিখবো এবং স্ক্রিপ্টটা হ্যাপি না হলে আমি যদি নিজে খুশি না হই, আমি বানাবো না, এবং এই স্ক্রিপ্টটা লিখতে আমার কতদিন সময় লাগবে আমি জানি না। হ্যাঁ, এবং এটা আমি 6 বারও লিখতে পারি, 4 বারও লিখতে পারি, 5 বারও লিখতে পারি, এবং লেখার শেষে বলতে পারি কিছু হয়নি বলে নাও বানাতে পারি। মজার কথা হচ্ছে এই সময় তার তো কোনো টাকা খরচা হচ্ছে না, সে 1 পয়সাও দিচ্ছে না। ইনফ্যাক্ট হলো লেখার খরচা ইজ প্রবাবলি জাস্ট 1% অফ দ্য হোল প্রোডাকশন কস্ট। কিন্তু তাতে সে আমাকে খুব সন্দেহের চোখে দেখছে, খুব ভয় পাচ্ছে আমাকে দেখে যে এই লোকটা কেন এটা করছে। আমি তো বলছি জুলাই মাসে ছবি শুটিং করবো, এই কেন বলছে যে আমার অনির্দিষ্টকাল লাগতে পারে। সো ইউ হ্যাভ টু আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড ওয়াই দ্য ক্যাশ ইজ ইনভেস্টেড। আমি শুধুমাত্র বাংলা ছবির নিরিখে কথা বলছি কারণ এটা আমি খুব ব্যক্তিগতভাবে চিনি, সামনাসামনি চিনি বলে। 2 হচ্ছে যে এই আলোচনাটাকে 6 মিনিটের আলোচনা হলিউড নিয়ে করতে গেলে সেটা একটা তালগোল পাকিয়ে যাবে। আমি শুধু বাংলা চলচ্চিত্রের নিরিখেই আলোচনাটা করছি। The reason why people invest cash in Bangla films is to park illegal money. You need to understand that. The reasons are completely different. কেউ রোজগার করতে চায় না। I think that's the biggest problem. রোজগার করলে তার চাহিদাগুলো সম্পূর্ণ আলাদা হতো। সে উৎকর্ষ খুঁজতো, সে খুঁজতো কোন লোকটা ছবি স্ক্রিপ্ট লিখতে পারে, কোন লোকটা সময় নিয়ে ছবি বানায়, কোন লোকটা কম্প্রোমাইজ করে না। সে সম্পূর্ণ অন্য একটা উদ্দেশ্যে ছবি বানায়, এবং প্রথমেই যে কথাটা বললেই বোঝা যায় যে আগে থেকেই সে একটা জিনিস সম্বন্ধে সিদ্ধান্ত নিয়ে ফেলেছে। সে বলছে আমার না লস না করলেই আমি খুশি। এটা পৃথিবীতে আর কোনো ব্যবসায় কেউ বলে না। পৃথিবীতে আর কোনো ব্যবসায় কোনো মানুষ বলে না যে আমি লস না করলে খুশি। So the reason the money gets invested in বাংলা ছবি is completely different. We need to actually invest for the right reasons. So business ক্ষতিকারক না। আমরা তো এই এতক্ষণ ধরে সত্যজিৎ রায়, মৃণাল সেন, ঋত্বিক ঘটক নিয়ে কথা বলি। আপনারা একটা জিনিস ভেবে দেখুন, জাস্ট ব্যক্তিগতভাবে আমার মনে হয় যে ঋত্বিক ঘটক যদি আজকে বেঁচে থাকতেন, ঋত্বিক ঘটক একটা ছবিও বানাতে পারতেন না। এই কারণে পারতেন না কারণ তার আশেপাশে সে সময় একটা আবহাওয়া ছিল প্রডিউসারদের, রাইট মাইন্ডেড ইনভেস্টরদের, এবং একটা সজীব ইন্ডাস্ট্রি ছিল, থ্রাইভিং, কমার্শিয়ালি থ্রাইভিং ইন্ডাস্ট্রি ছিল, যার থেকে তিনি শুধুমাত্র দক্ষ টেকনিশিয়ান পেতেন তা নন, একটা আশাও ছিল যে কোনো একটা ছবি বোধহয় ওয়ার্ক করবে। সো বাংলা নন মেইন স্ট্রিম ছবির যে সাফল্য নিয়ে আমরা গর্ব করি, এটা আমাদের মাথায় রাখতে হবে যে এটা কিন্তু এই বাংলা মেইন স্ট্রিম ছবির উপরে ভর দিয়ে এই সাফল্যটা এসছে। এটাকে অস্বীকার করলে আমরা একটা অলিক স্বর্গে বাস করব। এটাই আমার বক্তব্য। থ্যাংক ইউ।
ইন্দ্রনীল, ধন্যবাদ। So we have heard out 5 very emphatic speeches from both the opposition and the proposition. The respective leaders will shortly get a chance to give their synopsis in all of 3 minutes. But none of the proceedings of this evening would be complete if those of you in the audience gave your crisp, short critique in all of 90 seconds that what you felt, you've heard, because I think the respective leaders will take that into account as well. And when I ask for all of about 2 or 3 floor speeches, depending upon how it is going, please remember, we expect a critique from you. তোমরা তোমাদের মতামত দেবে, সমালোচনা করবে। You are not compelled to take any sides. Right? Can I now invite from SRFTI, Pavleen Arora.
Okay, good evening. So what I liked is the fact that both of the sides were firm enough with their stands, which is great. But what I would want to question is where we start debating if this industry, inclusive of television and film, lack creativity and not cash from either of the sides. Are we then defining creativity and restricting the definition of creativity in the first place to when we dismiss notions, do we end up again leaving no space for the audience? What I mean is that do we presume that the audience is so passive that they have no say in the decision-making process of how the industry operates. So
that is your question to the definition of the motion.
Definition of the notion.
We've got it. Yes.
Yes.
Anything more?
And my question, can I question any of the sides?
No, you can just leave us with your questions. It will be answered in the summing.
Okay, so my question is that we are a group of privileged, educated group of people, and a certain section of society that is creative and original is not present here. When we define creativity, are we generalizing the notion of creativity and cash, or are we taking into consideration creativity at a very grassroots level?
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure they were pretty pertinent, pretty incisive questions, and they will be taken into cognizance. Following Parveen, could I ask, representing the Xavier's Media Institute, St. Xavier's, Arjo Ganguly, are you here in the auditorium? Arjo, please. Again, remember, it's your very open-hearted critique, so not compelled to take sides. Quick.
Yeah. Good evening. So I have very simple three main questions for both the sides. So essentially, when both sides come here and give you this idea that there is a lot of content, but yet it lacks creativity and there's too much cash, A, they need to come and explain where exactly the creativity is coming from and what kind of audience this creativity can pander to, and B, this audience which they essentially need to pander to, what kind of audience? Because understand that since there is so much of content, obviously there's always going to be a variety of it. And there are particular sections of society which doesn't technically understand the art for art's sake variable of creativity. They don't necessarily understand philosophical definitions and the enlightenment and the overall development of an individual. So that is why there is a lot of crass content which is being created. So essentially, where does the market lie for this kind of content to be further nurtured and to be developed? And essentially, my last question to them is, if creativity needs to be taken forward and does not need to have any constraints of cash, where essentially should creativity go to get the cash it needs to nurture further? Thank you.
Thank you, Arj. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for your clarity of your questions. And SRFTI again, Anirban Gupta.
Just a couple of questions for speakers for the motion. One of the speakers said that if you put in money, all we see on screen is dinosaurs flying, and if you put in money, there are films like the Marvel franchisee films that get made. Those are the kind of films that get made. So I got a sense of looking down upon these films, sir. So I respectfully disagree, because I feel that the superhero genre is also a genre of filmmaking. And to make it, understand that we as kids read a lot of comics. And in a story of a comic, or in any story, you can't restrict yourself. So if your hero wants to fly, he can fly in a story. So it's not, filmmaking is not all reality, is what I'm saying. The freedom of speech and expression is also a thing. So let's acknowledge the fact that these superhero films like DC Comics and Marvel Comics are also a genre of filmmaking and needs to be respected because they have amazing storylines. And if a guy flying is, you feel it's illogical, I would like to say that a generation of people grew up on Batman and Superman, and what the films do is transport you to their world. That gives you a lot of joy. That is one. And the second is, I actually thought the point of Netflix and Amazon would be a point that is people who are supporting creativity. As one of the speakers pointed out that Netflix is merely, what it has come down to is clicks. It's a money-making process. First of all, I would like to say that please don't look down upon money, because earning bread and butter is an essential in life. Since the market of Netflix, people who make films, first of all, I would like to say that filmmaking as an art is a very expensive form of art.
Please wind up. Yeah.
Sorry. So just the point that I don't go to Netflix because it's easier. I also go to Netflix because it assures me the quality that perhaps films and television don't. Also, just one more point, because there are certain hurdles in film and television. Films has a Central Board of Film Certification, which deteriorates my creativity. I'm restricted in what I want to say. And also in television, because the people who are watching television are not that, it's not a large number. Because if it's a, let's say an 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock prime time slot, more than 60% of the people working here would not even come back.
We get the point. We
Yeah.
get the point.
So it's a boon, I think, and it should have been as I think it should have been used as a point that supports their cause. Thank you.
Point well taken. Last 2 minutes. Is there anybody in the audience who's got a burning point to make?
Yeah, good evening everybody. Now I want to address both of you. Like, there are some issues. Like, money is very essential. You can sell your protein shakes everywhere, but দোকানে সবথেকে বেশি ভিড় ফুচকা দোকানেই হয়. So if you are selling the best ফুচকাস in the town and if you are unable to negotiate কি আলু আমি কত টাকা দিয়ে আনবো, কি আমার ঠেলা গাড়িটা কোথা থেকে আনবো, কি আমি কত টাকা ইনভেস্ট করে আনবো, then you are a bad negotiator. You cannot look down upon, because as we know, Banijye Vasate Lakshmi. We need both Lakshmi and Saraswati to run a business. Coming from a Bengali background, you need both of them in equal amount. If you lack Saraswati, then you basically cannot generate Lakshmi. But again, you need to generate Lakshmi so that you can propagate your philosophy. Nobody listens to a poor philosopher. You need to gain some amount of power and money to propagate your philosophy.
Point taken. Young man, for senile, decaying brains like myself, please identify yourself.
I am Sanket Mishra from SRFTI.
Sanket, grateful for your comments. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sanket. Yes. Now, friends, yes, I know this dialogue and discussion can go on. And when CDC revisits SRFTI again, I think we want to revisit you next time when the youngsters will be speaking, and probably it will be the mantle of the seniors to give the critiques, because the role play has to reverse in life ever so often. Having said that, I think as per debating decorum, can we invite Dhritiman Chatterjee to wind up and give a synopsis in a profuse time of 3 minutes for the opposition. Dhritiman, please.
This debate can continue endlessly, this discussion. It has gone on. I don't think there will be a resolution regardless of which side the votes go. When Ashok talks about film and television lacking creativity, I'm sure he's not making an autobiographical statement or a statement of his own career. I'm sure that is not so, because I've worked with it. Mention was made by Moyuri, I think, of Satyajit Ray, who had said that jot pakano ebong jot khola hocche cinema. Now, it is my great, and also the issue came up of how money did not go to the right place, how money and art, don't go hand in hand. Now, it is my great good fortune to have known this man, Satyajit Ray, and to have had long conversations on him. One of the things he said that I remember a lot of things that he said. One of the things that he said is, I am very clear in my mind যে আমি শিক্ষিত মধ্যবিত্ত বাঙালির জন্য ছবি করি, তারা যে গল্প বুঝতে পারে আমি সেই গল্প নিয়ে ছবি করি। আমি সবসময় এটা মনে রাখি যে আমার প্রযোজকের প্রতি তার টাকা ফেরত দেবার আমার একটা দায়িত্ব আছে। That is my primary responsibility. But I try to layer my films so that people who call themselves Buddhas, like the ladies and gentlemen on that side, those Buddhas can discover other meanings if they wish to. So, the point I'm trying to make is that financial responsibility has always been part of what is an industry, such as cinema, which is not to say, we are not saying for a minute that the industry is awash with cash. Sometimes the cash goes to the right place, sometimes the cash does not go to the right place. One of the reasons why we are debating this today is there is a time, as far as the Bengali industry is concerned, there was a time in the decade of, let us say, the 70s and the 80s, when it went through a bad time, both creatively as well as financially. And we have still not gotten over that trauma, I think. But there is no denying the fact that things are improving. I wish the speakers who came up at the end from the audience, I actually wish that we could have had them on our side. Because Pavleen, the point that Pavleen raised about are we restricting the notion of creativity, we haven't been able to address it fully, but it is a point that I tried to touch on, that creativity does not just mean a director writing a script. I'll end with a quick example. You know the Byomkesh franchise that has been created recently. Now, that series, they're not films which will go to Cannes or Berlin or where else? Wherever, Venice, etc., and win awards. But the creativity is that a brand has been created. That is the creativity, and that is the kind of creativity that you, in these days of proliferation of media, that is the kind of creativity you need. The creativity to create brands, the creativity to pitch, the creativity to use money well. All of this is creative, not just a filmmaker writing a script and translating his own vision. When you decide, I hope you will keep this in mind, that creativity has to be looked at in a much broader perspective. Thank you.
Certainly, Dhitimanda, very convincing. And for the last 3 minutes, where we've had a kind of pendulating convictions from one side or the other, to close and convince us all this evening, the responsibility lies with Ashok Vishwanathan. Summing it up, Ashok, for the proposition.
বিপক্ষে যারা বললেন তাদের মধ্যে ইন্দ্রনীল, গৌতম, নীলাঞ্জন কতগুলো কথা অসাধারণ বললেন এবং আমি ওদের সঙ্গে একমত। একটা ব্যাপারেই আমি অবাক, ওরা কিন্তু আমাদের পক্ষে বললেন। অবাক হওয়ার এটা একটা জায়গা। দ্বিতীয় জায়গা হচ্ছে ওরা সবাই কিন্তু এমন কিছু কথা আমাদের মুখে বসাতে চাইলেন যে কথাগুলো কিন্তু আমরা বলিনি। We have never said that creativity does not exist. We are saying that as the world of film and television exists today, creativity has been pushed out. If we think that Australia is the end of the world, it's been pushed out of the world. Because those who are creative, as you have rightly pointed out on the opposite side, are not getting the cash, although the cash is there. We have never said that we are against business. We are not against business. We are not against money. In fact, we appreciate the way Indraneel actually delved into the color of money and the definition of money and the stratosphere of money and the ionosphere of money. But when that business is restrictive, oligopolic, monopolistic, when that money is evil, when it does not allow the voice of dissent to speak, as it is often happening in today's India, then that business has to be criticized because that is not honest business. One of the reasons why the studio system existed and was successful in Hollywood was because they believed in honesty. There was an honesty in the way Charlie Chaplin and Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and others with Mary Pickford formed United Artists. But that is lacking in today's business, particularly in the state that we are in and also outside. Now, to quickly sum up what we've heard, Chundril made this very correct point. He said that the conflict is between art and commerce, where commerce is just having the profit motive. This was not the case for B.N. Sarkar when he formed New Theatres. He was a businessman, but he wanted Pramatish Borua to make a film even after his first Rooplekha had flopped, and he made Devdas, which was successful. So he wanted a culture to prevail, a culture which SRFTI can foster, which FTI can foster, but it will never foster if it believes in inbreeding, meaning that we are the professors, we are the students, we again as students become professors, and we teach the same things. So this is something which SRFTI and FTI have to get out of. We should have meetings like these, we should have programs where others from outside give fresh voices. So we are not against business, but we are against creativity, and grassroots creativity too. That too is being pushed out, so it's a point in our favor. It is only a certain section of the society who think they are creative, who are being championed. And as Moyuri rightly pointed, it's all about algorithms and recipes. I'll tell you a quick story about how recipes don't work. Dr. Spock, Benjamin Spock, a child specialist who Kunal will know, didn't believe in corporal punishment. But one day he was piling up cement in front of his house to repair his house, and the children messed up the cement. He remonstrated with them, they messed it up again, and they did it the third time, and he got really mad, and he started beating up the children. So a neighbor said, "But Dr. Spock, you are beating up the children. I thought you didn't believe in corporal punishment." And Dr. Spock said, "My ideas hold in the abstract, but not in the concrete." That is the problem, you see. The algorithm will not work. In most cases, it doesn't work. You try and do another Pather Panchali, another Charulata, it may not work. I will end by saying that I stand by what I said, that there is a lot of wastage in cinema. It might not have occurred when Shundarda worked in black, Rithiman Chatterjee that is. It might have not happened, but there is in Mumbai cinema and globally a great deal of wastage. And to talk about global cinema, I'll end with that. Look at the films being selected for Cannes, Berlin, Venice, and look at the prizes being awarded. The Square, a downright mediocre Swedish film by Ruben Östlund, that wins the Golden Palm. The Shape of Water, it's a bad film. It's a poor film. It doesn't have the qualities even of a Village Rock Stars or of Shoplifters, which did Cannes. So the films that are being selected not because they are creatively good, but because you know the selector, because you know the director, because you have to speak to Carey Sony first before you have to get into the London Festival, or to Meenakshi Shetty before you can come to Berlin. It's all an algorithm. That is where creativity is losing out. I'll end by saying that creativity is there, the cash is also there. Somehow, bate bole hocche na. Namaskar.
Ashok, thank you. You see, friends, an issue as important as the one we've just described, and as many of you, as many of the speakers have correctly criticized the oversimplification, the dependence on binaries in the motion, I think quite rightly so. But an issue like this will definitely not be settled within the next 5 minutes within the confines of this auditorium. But I think what this exercise does is a very almost a habit that most of us have got out of, that it provokes us to think, it provokes us to dissent. And when we debate, as the great Disraeli once remarked, that after all it's an exercise in intellectual dishonesty. Now, having said that, whether we have been intellectually honest or intellectually dishonest, I think all our speakers have ideated and have communicated with yourselves with the extreme sincerity. They have conveyed with illustrations, with enunciations, and what they did not lack at all this evening was their own treasure troves of experience. And I, for one, have gone back today with a lot of education, with a lot of insight, because I stand, or rather I sit in the middle as a very dedicated, humble audience of both film and television. But as is customary in all debating, is not a matter of winning and losing. Because debating and discussing is the art of winning without fighting. But we just need to know that where the lie of the land lies, after we have heard more than 90 minutes of vigorous, passionate defense and offense. Hence, friends, fearlessly, once again, please put your hands up if you think that the motion has been defeated. Those of you who are willing to vote for the opposition, please put your hands up. And the nota apart, those of you who felt that you have been convinced by the proposition, please put your hands up now. Right. So I think, though by a narrow, slim margin, almost reminiscent of the Asia Cup final last night, I think the game has gone to the wire, but the proposition has carried the motion, but the discussions will remain, and let us continue to think whenever the opportunity is opportune. Thank you, SRFTI, and personally, thanks for the opportunity.